Hello, my friends on YouTube. How you guys all doing on this fine Thursday? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Anyhow, I am coming out today to do my video for things we're making Thursday. Now, this collab started over a year ago, started January 2023. And what it started with was each month there was a free crochet pattern, and everybody made that pattern but put their own spin on it. This year they've changed it up and it's a theme each month. And you can either crochet, knit, weave, somehow a craft of some kind that fits the theme. So for this month, our theme is wearables. And I took a page out of Erin's Erin Crafting Kitty page book kind of thing. Because she's doing a theme in hers called Getting the Neighborhood. And I thought that was kind of a neat idea. So I myself went through my stash of books and I found this one. It's called Head to Toe Winter Knits. And here's the cover for it. And I decided I'm going to do every single pattern in my book, kind of the same idea Erin's doing over on her channel. Other than I'm just going from the very first pattern to the last. Erin's having people vote on which pattern she's going to do next, kind of thing. So anyway, so since it was wearables and I decided to start doing this, every pattern out of this book, and they're all wearables. The very first pattern, this is a picture of what the scarf is supposed to look like. And it's pretty cute. Now, it's done lengthwise, and I've never done a scarf lengthwise. Every scarf I've ever made that I can recall has always been done widthwise. Now, the yarn I picked out, it's kind of like the homespun yarn. It not 100% like it, but very similar. And I tried a few times to do it lengthwise, and I was having a hard time seeing the stitches originally, and I mucked up a couple times, and the yarn was very, very hard to frog it. So I gave up on that for a bit. Then I went to my stash, and I pulled just a regular, cheap worsted weight yarn out of my stash, and I started doing it lengthwise, like the pattern calls for, the correct number of stitches. And then the way you start, I guess it'd be the border on each length, is a 2x2 seed stitch, which, okay, that's fine, but when you got to the end side, the 2 rows you do before the seed stitch was different than when you started the seed stitch and then went into the pattern. So it looked off balance to me. So I didn't like the way it was it came out. So I ripped that out. And I thought, I'm going to do it widthwise. That way, if I'm having problems with it, it won't be as many stitches to rip out. And I decided I was going to do the final 2 or 4 rows of seed stitch after row 4 instead of after row 6, because I thought it would look more balanced. So that's what I'm going to do. But did do a sample out of the worsted weight yarn to make it easier for you guys to see said pattern. Be honest with you, I'm not even sure which side's the right side, which side's the wrong side. So we're just going to show this side here. Like the seed stitch, the way it's done, it kind of looks like a mock rib in a way. But here, let me... Of course, I moved closer to the camera, and now I'm blowing out again in color. Okay. There is said stitch. And actually, now I'm looking at it, I think this is actually the right side. Because the way it's done, it kind of looks like the knit stitch is elongated kind of thing. Which I think that was the right side. Sorry about that. But there's what the pattern looks like. Now, obviously, by now I should have done the seed stitch again and finished it, because it's only a short width. So that's the practice run, I guess you could call for it, or an easier visual looking way to see it. Because when I hold up the one I'm actually making, it is a little hard to see the stitches. I want to make sure I show you the side with the stitch marker. But it's going to be a very nice warm scarf. And I was only Starting here at the bottom. I was only here last week where the stitch marker is, and I've now added on that much more. I'm just gonna go until I'm getting close to the end of my yarn, and then I'll do the 4-row 2x2 seed stitch and bind off. Like, I don't know how many rows that will be by the time I'm done, but I'm just gonna go to the length of my yarn, and then I'm gonna call it, kind of thing. Here in my city, we've been having, like, mind you, last winter was very mild, but we've had some pretty bad winters here in my city, and we've now got a big issue going on with the homeless people. So a lot of these items I'm going to do out of this book, I think I'm going to use for donations for the little tent cities that have popped up all over our city, to give them a helping hand. Like last year, like I said, it wasn't bad last year. I think the lowest we got last year here in Canada, Southern Ontario, was negative like 8, which really me is very mild. Consider we've had winters where we get down to the negative 30s, 40s before wind chills. So, like, that is extremely cold for us. But I'm thinking this I'm going to use for a donation this coming fall. I'll probably donate in the fall. So that's what I made for this, and am making for this month's Things We're Making Thursday. Now, next Thursday will be the 27th. I might have it done by next Thursday. Honestly, I don't know. But next Thursday, I will also reveal what our pattern will be for July. Like our theme for July. At this time, I don't know what it is. I don't like looking ahead. I just wait till usually the last Thursday of the month, and then I go check it out and then do my video. So everybody, be kind to each other. Help everyone out. Keep crafting. Love to see what you're making. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.